everyone, good morning, happy Sunday. Nice and bright and early today. I've been up for a little while, couldn't really sleep last night. I think I'm getting a bit bored of being at home now, as I know we all are, but keeping busy, keeping all the jobs getting done, gardening yesterday. You would have seen on my Sarah Millsop Facebook page, I was using very alternative use for tiger tail wire. I had loads of it left, and Beth, my stepdaughter, and I set up a little diamond ivy trail. So we've put diamond shapes of wire on the fence and trying to train the ivy around it. So that was yesterday's jobs. I feel a bit hay fevery for it all today, day in the garden. So what have you all been up to? I'm going to show you some crystal clover beads today. Kitty has these beautiful beads on the website. They are a shaped bead and they have channels through them so you can add your seed beads. So we're going to make a pair of earrings today. Good morning, Judith. I'm going to make a pair of earrings using the clover beads. I'm going to show you, Kitty sent me some beautiful samples, necklaces and bracelets and earrings. There's lots of things that you can do with them. And this will be today's free PDF download. So you can see your crystal clover beads. There's some really lovely things you can do with them. If you pop onto the website, there is the category on there. Kitty showed you on the iPad yesterday how to actually do it. There is a category called Free Project over. Keeps on telling me I've got a poor connection. Hopefully everything's okay today and you can hear me. I can see all your messages coming through anyway, so hopefully. Morning Elaine, hi Paula, hi Bernie. Morning Alicia, hi Chris. Sarah, morning Sarah, love these. Got the kit and they look fabulous made up. Lovely. Hi, good morning Joe. Yeah, these are really nice. They could either be, because they're like a little lucky charm bead, they are shaped like a 4-leaf clover. I'll show you one individually. They're shaped like a 4-leaf clover, so you don't actually even need to bead around the channel, but as you can see, it's got a channel through the middle. When I turn you down on a minute onto the mat, I'll show you a really nice close-up version. So they're beautiful colours. They've got a gorgeous finish to them, and there's lots of colours available on the website. You could either give them as a lucky charm gift, you can make them as earrings, bracelets, necklaces, lots of different applications for them. Hi Jan, morning Michelle, hi Lucy, lovely to see you. I'm working on project 4 USB 1 today. Oh, amazing. Good luck with that. Let us know how you get on. Lucy, I know you're quite new to jewellery making. You've been joining us on this journey, so I'd love to hear how you're getting on with them. Morning Anna, loved the angels last night. Jill's watching, good morning. Hi Antida. Hi, morning Natalie. It's your day off today. Oh, lovely, enjoy. Yeah, I've got John home and his daughter is here, so I've put them to good use in the garden yesterday. They took down a few dead trees that we've got. It was really nice. So we've got family FaceTime this morning with John's family, and then we've got a quiz night with my family tonight. So everyone's making the most of their weekend, which is nice. Hi, good morning Camille, hi Lucy, hi Karen, morning Paula. Lovely to have so many of you with me. Thank you for joining me. I need you all this morning. I've had a bit of a low couple of days. I think I've just been really tired. There's lots going on with work. I'm not saying it for sympathy. Everyone's healthy, fine, it's lovely. But just so you all know, we all feel it sometimes. So it's lovely having you all this morning. I've missed you. I haven't seen you since, what was my last day I did? When was I last with you? Thursday. It's no wonder I've missed you all. Good morning, Sarah. Not such a nice day here in the west of Scotland. Ooh, have you got rubbish weather? Ooh, hopefully a bit of sun will come out. Morning, Sandra. Good morning from Dublin. Oh, lovely. These 4-leaf clovers are for you today. Good morning, Doris from North Wales. You look good. That's because you're missing us. Oh, it is. Yeah, I was missing you, definitely. Good morning, Dawn. Okay, so I'm going to turn you down. We'll have a little look at the mat and we'll go through everything. I've got my necklaces and bracelets to show. Well, I say my, they're Kitty's. Kitty has sent me them. Good morning, Angela. I can have my moments. it can't be with my hubby either. Oh, lovely. I think you mean you can't be with your hubby either. That's a shame. I hope you're doing okay. Natalie, you should do more videos. I am going to actually. On my Sarah Millsop page, I've decided I'm going to do a few more as well. So the days that I don't do something with Kitty on here, I think I'm going to do a few more over there. I don't know, maybe try a bit of resin and things like that. We'll get a bit messy. Good morning, Michelle. Okay-ish here in Plymouth. From your babysitter. Oh, lovely. That's replying to Angela. Good morning, Marion. I can associate with your comment. Yes, we all need a bit of a lift. Stay safe and see you soon. Lovely. Good morning, Chef. Morning, Kim. Jill, you're allowed to feel low. It hits us all at different times for different reasons. Don't beat yourself up about it. Thank you. Yeah, I've just given myself a couple of days off. Had a little pamper, did a few face masks, been out in the sun. I even did the ironing in the garden yesterday. So I thought I'll get some vitamin D and get my jobs done all in one. So a bit of multitasking. You're all making me feel lovely and better already. Okay, so let's have a little look. I'm going to turn you down and we'll do the clovers. I'm just going to rotate this round so that I can see what you see. I'll keep an eye on your comments as well. Oh, I should take you through the bundles for today too. So these are your clover beads. So as you can see, they have the most beautiful finish on them, really gorgeous. They have sort of a more polished side. So you get the beautiful colour, and they have a hole running through them as well. So you can use them as a stringable component, and this is how we'll attach it onto our earrings as well. The bundles that Kitty and Simon have put on the Totally Beads website this morning, you can get 40 of your clover beads, and they are all the same colour, but if you go into the product bundles, you will be able to see the individual colours as well. So you can always add a couple of extra components in if you want some colour change within your jewellery. So you get a huge big bundle of 40 beads. Excuse me. Now that means that something like this, a strung necklace or a bracelet, as you can see, this necklace has a beautiful feature through the middle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've only got 5 in there, so a bundle of 40 is going to last you a long time. Now they are normally £30. They are down to £17.99, so phenomenal saving. And for those who are on a lower budget and you just want to make maybe a couple of pairs of earrings, or you just want to test out using a new component, there is a bundle of 8 of the beads, and they are down from £6 to £4.80. So you can get your free PDF download, and then you can just have a little try making a couple of pairs of earrings with your 8 beads. That will give you enough to play with and enough to still have fun, and it's a great saving as well. So it's a nice low expense. Everyone's saying good morning to my mum. Oh, that's lovely. Morning, mum. Everyone's saying hello, Mummy Millsop. She's loving all the love she gets on here, by the way. It's really lovely. Mum and I FaceTime every day. So we have really good catch up. Obviously, we're missing each other terribly. I can't even pop round and just see them through the window because, of course, we moved. They're in Bedfordshire and we're now up in Lincolnshire. So I can't travel down to see them, which I feel a bit guilty about. But hey-ho, we're all staying safe and everyone is okay. That is the main thing. Okay, sorry. Having a sip of my drink. Right, so I've got all set up my clover beads. Now, if you want to make these into stringable components, we've got the pearls and the crystals as well. Kitty does have these as kits. I'm sure they are available on the website. Kitty is watching. Good morning, Kitty. So she will... she'll let me know if the kits are also on the website. I don't think they're on offer, but you can add all the separate components in. So I've got the 4-leaf clover beads. So these are the crystal charms. I've also got the pearls and the crystals. I've got a size 8 Toho seed bead, a size 11 seed bead, and then the kits actually have this beautiful snake chain in them. And then I've got a head pin and ear wires for the earrings, which is what we'll make today, so it's not too long a video. And then we'll do them in the blue. I'll put these beautiful pink ones in here as well, so you can have a look. And with kits, Kitty always obviously matches the findings to match the beads as well. Okay, so it is really simple. I've got a spool of thread and I've left it on the spool, so I've got my needle on here as well. And what I'm going to start off with is a size 8 bead, and then we're going to add on 13 of the smaller ones. So just pick up, I'll move this over a bit, pick up one of your size 8s, And then I spill my beads onto the mat, and if you find that you're struggling to pick them up with your needles, just spread them out so that you've got a little bit more space. I hope the lighting's okay. It looks a bit dark in this back corner, but I'm not sure if that's because I've got your comments on here as well. Hopefully you can see okay. Right, so I'm going to pick up 13. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Very boring hearing me count. Sorry, but I can't count and talk at the same time. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And you'll see I take my needle and I just like hit the side of the bead, which brings it down and will go straight on to your thread really easily. I'm just going to go through some of your comments. Everyone's saying good morning to Mum. That's lovely. Thank you. A bit dark in the back corner. Yeah, I'm going to take this light. Give me one sec. And move that in there. That looks better, doesn't it? Let's try that. If I move you in a bit closer as well, so that you can see the needle work. Okay, there we go. That should be good. A bit lighter. Okay, so I've got one of my size 8s, 13 of my 11s. Then we're going to pick up another size 8. And then another 13 size 11s. And don't worry, with things like this, you've always got your patterns you can follow. So you don't need to remember things like this, but obviously the bonus of having the video is that you can make along. Could you give some ideas what I can make with my size 12 seed beads? Well, you could do anything that you could do with a size 11, but your bead count would be slightly different. Hold on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay. You could also make some really nice loom work bracelets. You could do a bit of flat stitch peyote. A couple of weeks ago, I made a little video all to do with the differences between odd count and even count peyote. So you could definitely use your beads for that. If you pop onto the Facebook page on the main page, have a little look and you can go back over the videos from the last few weeks, and so long as all your beads are the same size, you could do anything like that. Nice little patterns. You could even do a bit of brick stitch. Look at any of your flat stitches and you'll be able to use those. Okay, so what we're going to do now is go back all the way through them, and sometimes that can be a little bit tricky. You don't have to do it in one pass. What I'm going to do is, in my dominant hand, will obviously be using my needle. So in my left hand, I just like to suspend the beads in between like that, and then I'll take my needle. If you can butt them close up to the top of your fingers, then that will actually give you the tension as well. And normally, it's going to be a bit different for that first one because it's a different size bead. But normally you can then get your needle through a really good run. So you'll see I've gone through that very top section, and then you can move those away and do the same thing. So because I've still got it on my spool, I've got plenty of thread. My beads aren't going to go anywhere. But like I said, if you don't want to do it in one pass, you can just do it bead by bead. That's totally fine as well. And then I'm just going to take my needle and go through these other ones. So try and make it as easy as you can for yourself. And I just find that this way I don't particularly pierce my thread either. It keeps it nice because you've got the gravity holding those beads down as well. So what we'll have now is a complete loop, and I'm just going to pop the clover bead inside it. So we'll pull it a little bit tighter just to shrink this down. Like so. And then I want to sit it so that the size 8 bead is in the very middle of the clover, so you can see that you've got a channel running top to bottom and side to side, and that's on both sides. So they hold the beads really well because they have these channels ready to be able to put the beads in. So we'll pull it tighter and get this in. This is probably the trickiest bit because of course you want it to be in the right place on your bead. Just add it on first of all, and then we'll position it in a minute. So hold it side to side and then pull these nice and tight. And you'll see I'm just pulling both of them to make sure it's in the right place. Lovely. Size 8 in the middle at the top and size 8 in the middle at the bottom. And then just pop that on your work mat, and I'm going to tie these two together so we'll make a knot. Because you're doing the knot next to the size 8 bead as well, hopefully that will disappear. and that's going to give you a slightly bigger bead. Just make sure when you're pulling it that there aren't any beads in the way. Pull that nice and tightly. And again, just make sure you're getting it in the right place with your bead, like that. Okay, so I'm just going to use my scissors to trim this off. I'm just going to leave a little tail. Oh, nearly got the wrong one then. Leave a little tail and we can weave that back in afterwards. And then again, just position them so that you've got your size 8 dead in the middle. So I'm just going to shift that up a little bit, and now it's really nice and tight. It hugs the bead absolutely beautifully. Morning Sarah, it's hard to choose as sewing Sundays on Create and Craft, and I do love a quilt. Oh well, it's lovely to have you here now. Thank you for joining me. We won't be too long. We're going to do some earrings this morning, so you'll still get your sewing fix as well. Okay, so I'm then going to take my needle through my size 8 bead, and we'll pull that through, and then I'm going to pick up another 13 of my size 11s. So again, just spill them out so that you've got that nice little space. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, bring them down, and then we're going to cross over. So you can see my thread path is going to come out of the crystal on one side. We'll go all the way around to the other, and you'll know if you've got the right amount of beads on, because when you pull it through, it's going to meet it perfectly. And then we're going to take the needle through the size 8 bead that sits on the back of the crystal. I'm trying to keep my fingers out of the way so you can see. So just passing through, making sure you get only the size 8 bead. Oh, I've got my thread there. There we go. Pull that nice and tightly. And this might be a really nice introduction for you to start working with seed beads and weaving projects, because you've got the channels in. It's really, really simple. And you'll see once I pull this through, this size 8 bead is going to cross over slightly, and all of the beads are going to sit really beautifully in the channel there. So I'll turn it around and we'll do the same thing again. And then we've finished embellishing around the bead. 1, 2, 5, 6. Talk to much yourselves. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, and then we're back through the size 8 bead here. So I'm going to make sure I cross through in the opposite direction. So you'll see that my bead is coming, my thread is coming out at the top here. And so I'm going to cross through in the opposite direction, and that will bring it through. Again, making sure you've got only the size 8 bead, making sure that those beads sit in the channel. And I'll pull that nice and tightly, and you've got your embellishment that will go all the way around. So it's really beautiful. Now, once you've finished with that, you can just weave your thread back through, and we'll finish with some half hitch knots just to tie these threads off. So I'm going to take my needle, we'll go up through a couple of beads, go underneath the thread path. So this is how you'll tie a half hitch knot when you're finishing a thread on any of your patterns. It's still quite dark, isn't it, guys? I'm really sorry. I wonder if that'll help. If I angle you up a little bit. There we go. Okay, so half hitch knot, we're going to go underneath the thread path, so none of your beads, just underneath the thread path there, pulling that thread through until you're left with a little loop, and then bringing your needle through that loop. So what that will do is create a little tied knot on the actual body of the thread without any beads. So I'm just moving that around to make sure that it's going to sit exactly where I passed under the thread, so there aren't any beads in there. You see, occasionally you'll get those naughty little beads that jump in, and you don't want that. There we go. And that will give you an invisible knot, and it will also just strengthen that up so that your threads don't come out. Pull that through. Okay, and then you can trim those off. Now, bear with me because I'm just going to grab a pair of cutters. I'm afraid I wasn't organised. I was using my cutters to trim my tiger tail wire yesterday, so they're still in the utility room ready to do the rest of my ivy today. Kitty Robinson. Good morning, everyone. I was a bit late this morning. Don't tell Sarah I had a lie-in. Kitty, I hope you enjoyed your lie-in. You are more than deserving of one. And unfortunately for you, I just looked at my comments. I've still got a very sleepy house here. Everybody is still in bed. So I'm going to go and wake them up after this, ready for our family FaceTime. Okay, so then to make your actual earring, what we're going to do is pop a head pin through the middle. So it will go from the base, so your head pin is that one with that nail tip finish, all the way up through, and then you can add some of your beads on the top. So you could leave it blank if you wanted to. Let's add a bit of crystal on this morning so that we've got a nice little bit of bling going on for a nice sunny day. Okay, so your bead, I haven't tied off all of my threads, but I'll show you the concept of it. So your head pin will go through the middle. That nail tip on the head pin acts as a little stopper. So whenever you're adding charms or you're making earrings, this is the flush kind of finish that you want. And then we're just going to create a loop up on top. Sorry, I keep hitting the camera there. Add your bead on the top. You could always add some extra seed beads. You could add something else for a bit of dimension. Obviously, if you're making your strung earrings and necklaces and bracelets, I think that'll tie it in nicely. So you'll see the crystal, and then I've added in one of the size 8 seed beads as a darker finish. And then I'm going to turn a loop. So I'm just going to hold that with my finger and bend to 90 degrees. Now you could use your pliers, but you'll see head pins are really easy to work with. They're very pliable, so it's not difficult to do. And then using your cutters, again, remember, always use the flush side. We'll trim off and leave about 1 centimetre, like so. And then we'll get ready to turn our loop. So I like to roll my pins away from me. So I'm going to point the pin up to the ceiling. Using my flat nose pliers, I'm just going to take the wire into the middle of the nose of my round nose pliers, nice and flush to the top, and then we're going to roll that around. So small little movements are going to give you more control over that pin. And as you can see, you can form a perfect loop because you're moulding the wire around the plier itself. And then you just want to make sure that you take that as near to the beads as you can. And if you find that it doesn't meet, then you've probably left a bit too much wire. So try to get used to leaving that 1 centimetre. Again, referring back to some of the older Facebook Lives that we've done, we actually have like a little sort of troubleshooting one that I did on turning your loops with your pins, and you'll be able to go back and look at all the things that you might be doing wrong or that you might need some extra help with. And then you're just ready to add it on to your earring. Now, if you wanted a bit more movement, you could add a jump ring on. If you're happy with how it is, then you're just going to lift up the side of your pin, just like you would when you're opening up a jump ring. Take your earring and pop it through the middle. And then we'll close that off. And again, just make sure you have that really nice close connection. So not only am I twisting the eye down, but I'm also pushing it into the body a little bit, just to make sure I have that really closed connection. And that's going to keep that nice and secure. This one keeps on coming off a little bit because I haven't tied it off, so it's not tight enough yet. But I showed you how to do the half hitch, so you'll be able to finish the other side of your thread. And then you've got some beautiful earrings. So as you can see, you can use some of your pearls. You could use some extra crystals, even just your seed beads, but it's going to give you a really lovely finish. If I show you the necklace and the bracelet that Kitty made to go with it, don't forget you've got your bundle that has 40 beads in it, so you'll be able to make several sets of jewellery. You can see here you've got seed beads on either side and then alternate crystals and pearls. So really beautiful bracelet. The kits do also come with your culottes and your clasps. And then you can even, adding on your head pin, let me just untangle this one a little bit. If you wanted to create a real point of difference with your clover beads, then you can see you can add them on as pendant droplets as well. So you can either, this one has been threaded onto the tiger tail. I'm not sure if you'll see, oh yeah, look, down on that bottom seed bead. So if you take your tiger tail wire through the clover bead, add on a pearl, a crystal and a seed bead in your size 8, and then add on a size 11, bring your tail back up and only go through the size 8. So that size 11 bead will act as a little stopper, and then go back up through the size 8, your crystal, your pearl and your clover, and then you're ready to continue the other side of your necklace. So there's lots of different things that you can do with them. And of course, having those channels, I think Kitty's replying about the kits. We don't have them yet, but you do have your 40 pack of your crystal clovers. They are normally £30, but they're down to £17.99. Or you've got a smaller pack of 8 of them from £6 down to £4.80. So hopefully there's something for everybody's budget as well. And as you can see, even with your 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then your earrings 7, 8. So out of £4.80, okay, you're going to need your other pearls and crystals as well, but you might even have those at home. Your 8 pack for £4.80, you can have those amazing features in your jewellery. Okay, I'm just going to check I haven't missed any of your questions. Do Totally Beads do more ombre seed beads? We do have some extra kits coming up soon with your ombre seed beads. We're working on those, and we're also working on some orchid kits as well, so that I can do my flowers. Will the offers on the clover beads be around tomorrow? I'm waiting on my new card coming. Angela, I'm sure if you get in touch, just send Kitty and Simon a message, and I'm sure they would be able to save you some of those for tomorrow. I think the bundles do last. You've certainly got until 10 o'clock tomorrow when we change the PDF that we're going to be working on. So hopefully you can get your hand on those. Hi Sarah, new to seed beading, so I'm really enjoying your demos. Got my lavender kits last week after watching your French flower video. Loving this as well. Loving the pink and gold colour. It's really beautiful, isn't it, Angela? I'm really glad that you are enjoying your... Hold on, I'm going to turn you around. Really glad you're enjoying your beaded lavender as well. We had some amazing kits that Kitty put together for me, 4 different colours. So I'm going to take you through what we're doing for the rest of the week as well. I've got my little list here. Kitty wanted me to apologise to you all for her, because apparently yesterday she told you I was doing some fire polish weaving, but we just get our days mixed up. There's so much going on at the moment. Good morning. Oh, how do I say your name? Gorgeous Beads like to do a wrapped loop if I find it more secure. Yeah, absolutely. I've also done a video last week, I think it was, on wrapped loops as well, if anybody would like to be able to learn how to do those. How do I say, is it Suze? Not sure. Suze Hazelden. It's a beautiful name. Let me know how you say it. I hope I'm saying it right. Okay, so today's Sunday, so that was our lucky charms. Tomorrow is bead weaving with fire polish beads. Fire polish beads, I get asked quite a few questions about those. They are cut like a faceted crystal, and then they are heated, which softens the edges. So you don't get the really sharp points on them. They have a much softer finish, which actually helps them sparkle a bit more as well. So we're going to use those tomorrow. So that's the difference with fire polish beads, if anybody hasn't seen those before. So that's tomorrow. So that's Monday, isn't it? Yeah, Tuesday, I'm going to be making my pin collar necklace. So again, turning eye pins, creating a beautiful necklace. So if anybody is struggling with turning your loops and your pins, then that's going to be a really good one for that. Wednesday, Kitty is going to be doing a flat spiral with miracle beads. She's been giving a few sneak peeks of this on her page and on the Totally Beads page. It's a beautiful rainbow set. and on Thursday I'm going to be making my clip-on earrings. So I made some earrings this week using, what were we using? The Rivolis. We used the Rivolis to create some beautiful feature earrings, but they're for pierced ears. So on Thursday? Yes, Thursday, I'm going to be making some clip-on earrings. It's a beautiful dome and I use some lovely crystals and seed beads to create those. So you'll be able to make those with me on Thursday. Tuesday, that's on Tuesday, the flat spiral. Oh, Kitty, I'm doing the pin collar. Okay, maybe yeah, because I'm at the Create and Craft Studios on Wednesday, so I think that's why you were doing it. I'll ring Kitty afterwards. We'll double check what Kitty will do. Oh, it's pronounced Sioux. It's after the Native American Indian tribe. Amazing. I think, did I say Sioux? Yeah, I think so. That's a beautiful spelling of it as well. Thanks, Sue. Okay, so yeah, I'm going to sort out all of this week's with Kitty. Thursday is my clip-on earrings, and then Friday she's doing some netting, again with fire polish as well. So that'll be really nice. Saturday, Kitty is going to be back with Christopher and she's going to be doing a really nice little entertainment video for the kids and for adults, how we can start crafting together, and she's going to be using loom bands. So they were a huge trend, I think, last year. The kids went absolutely crazy for them, and it's just perfect to keep them all entertained now while we've got time together. We're all trying to get a bit creative and think of these activities we can do together with them. So that will be Saturdays, and it'll be really nice as little gifts as well if you've got nieces or nephews or grandkids you can't get to. Maybe a nice little gift you can get them sent. And then Sunday will be me again. That'll be the 3rd of May by then, into May, and I'll be making a bicone bracelet. Okay, so what we'll do is put all of these as events on the Facebook page. So again, you can go to events, you can click on the ones that you're interested in or you are attending, and then you'll get notifications of those as well. And it does mean if you want to have a little bead along, you'll be able to get your materials in advance and then sit with us in the morning and create a little something. And then if you get stuck, we're here to answer your questions, aren't we? Amazing. Okay, so I will see you tomorrow morning. What day is tomorrow? Monday. Bead weaving with fire polish beads. So I will see you at 10 o'clock. Thank you so much for joining and for all your lovely comments this morning as well. I'm sorry I've missed a few, but I can see that Kitty has been answering any of the questions that you've been asking. Kieran says, morning Sarah, may I ask where you got your lamp from? I actually just ordered this on Amazon. It is a phone stand and a ring light, which is how I could sort of move those things around, and it clamps onto the table. I will pop a link on my Sarah Millsop Facebook page so that you can have a little look at that. I think it was only about £12, but it's really helpful for using obviously this for the videos. Hopefully the lighting was okay. Lovely. I don't think I've missed any others. Sarah, how do I get notifications for your site, please? If you just search for Sarah Millsop, my Facebook page will come up. It's a little logo, round logo, my Sarah Millsop logo. I've got it on here actually. That's what my profile picture is, my little logo. And then you'll get notifications whenever I'm doing bits and pieces. Okay, lovely. I think that's everyone. And then I'm back to Sue's comments. Amazing. Thank you so much. I will be with you all tomorrow. I'm going to go and finish off some of my ivy in the garden today. Maybe do a bit of painting, have a little DIY day again. And I will see you all tomorrow in the morning at 10 o'clock. Enjoy your Sunday. Thank you so much for joining me today. Love to you all. Stay safe. See you tomorrow.